Hi there, I'm Sherry LaRoe, and I have my little friend DeMonte here. We're going to turn him into a half-green monster. Now, I like to use decent quality paints that you can get often in your craft supply stores. I always like to start with a sponge because sponges are great for non-artists. They make a lot of skin get covered in a short amount of time, and they cover up a lot of flaws. What I'm going to ask DeMonte to do is I'm going to have him close his eyes very softly and gently like he was going to sleep and not squinch him up tight like he's scared. Can you do that for me? Great. Then I'm going to start applying the paint. Real softly go right over your eye. I promise I won't go in it. So next I'm going to apply the shadows. I'm going to use a little bit darker green so that he looks a little bit more scary. And I'm using my finger. You could use a brush, of course, as well. But a finger is just fine. Just really softly, and I'll bring a little bit of the green out into his cheek area. And then I'm going to do the same thing, where I'm going to fill in a little bit of green in his lower cheek area. Now I'm going to use a medium-sized brush, and I'm going to pretend to stitch on his half-green face to his regular boy face. And then I'm just going to pretend to make hash marks right over it as if it's been stitched onto his face. Now I'm going to go over the eyebrow area, and you can fill in your child's natural eyebrow, but make it much bigger and with a whole lot of hairs that stick out all over the place because monsters don't usually have a very well-kept look. And now I'm going to go back in the area where I already used my finger and put a little bit of cheek definition in. And I'm also, of course, going to make him look like he's got a few crinkle lines because he's not a very happy monster. And then, of course, using the same black, give him a little bit of a worried look. And now I'm going to paint in a big area where I can put in some scary teeth. So you really want to highlight the nose and make it much bigger around the nostril. And then follow their same line where their nostril has a little line and actually go outside of that and give them a bigger arc for their nose. Going under the eye is another good place because he looks like he hasn't gotten a lot of sleep because he's kind of mean, and mean monsters don't sleep much, do they? That's right. Very good. Next, you can either use a flat-tipped brush or a medium-sized or large-sized brush. Fill it with either white or yellow paint, and then you're going to paint in the middle area of where the open skin has been left. Around that, I'm going to use red for the gums. And monster teeth are never extremely straight, so you don't have to be perfect or straight in this. Monsters need dentists, don't they? And next, I'm going to use a small brush, fill it with black, and I'm going to draw in some rather lopsided looking teeth because our monster does need a dentist. Teeth generally have a rounded top to them and a crooked or flat side on the bottom of them. Okay, and next I'm going to just fill in between the teeth so that I have used a little bit of black and really make it look like the teeth are very defined. And that's a half monster face.